welcome to my channel. My name is Anya and this is the video where I talk to you about the products I used up and decluttered in March. I have just got my hair washed, which is why it's up in this little twisty thing. I'm in self-quarantine, why not just keep it laid back and simple. I have a box in front of me. I ended up using up quite a lot of things in March. I'm surprised by myself, both because some stuff that I wasn't expecting to go went, and some stuff that I was expecting to, I finally got to finish them. A couple of the skincare stuff. I finished both of my Badescu sprays. So I have the green tea, cucumber and aloe. That was spoken in the wrong word. And aloe, herbs and rose water. They're fine. I haven't repurchased them because I'm not sure these do anything beneficial to my skin. Therefore, I have opted to try and live without them for a bit to see if anything changes. It's been about a month. I finished them pretty early in the month, and I do miss having a product like this that sort of spritzes and sprays onto my face because it's really lovely and refreshing. But I'm not really sure. I was tempted to try and pick up a pixie spray, but I was going to do that the next time I went out shopping. Then the self-quarantine thing started, and I haven't been shopping, so I haven't gotten to buy anything. I could make an online purchase, but I've just opted to not do it, and it was lovely finishing them. These are giant bottle those. These are 236 mils, 8 fluid ounces. It took me a while. I also finished my makeup remover. This is the Smashbox. It's a wrap waterproof makeup remover, and I love this a lot. This has taken over as my sort of holy grail, if you will, for makeup remover that will take off waterproof mascara without you having to scratch your eye off. And the only two products that used to do that before were from Clarins and Lancome. They're not cruelty free. I tried this one and it works wonderfully, and it's cheaper than either of those two, so I'm pretty pleased about that. And I have already got backups of this. I've started using a new one. I love it. I finished a mini serum. This is the No. 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Serum. This is one of those products that, if you are someone who knows skincare, I have a feeling that if you look at the ingredients for this, you're going to be like, no, it's not good, because this has a silicone ingredient very high up on the list. It feels like a silicone primer, but it does work for my skin. I haven't repurchased it because I'm not really sure what I want to do with my skincare. I'm sort of at the moment trying to use up the overflow of products because I really want to get down to cleanser. Essentially that will take off my makeup. That's it. Micellar water, which I don't really use to take much makeup off. I tend to just use it as a cleanser when I'm not washing my face with water. And SPF, and potentially something to use as more of a deeper moisturizer at night, because I do have combination skin that can get quite dry. My first problem with skincare is I can't keep up with a lot of steps. I mean, I'm struggling washing my face and putting on moisturizer twice a day, and I currently have, I think I have 3-4 serums that I'm using, along with different types of oils, and I want to get it down to essentially nothing and start from there up with the least amount of products possible. If I feel at any way tempted to throw out what I'm currently using and start over, I also have these two that I'm going to talk about in a second. This is a product I would buy along with the moisturizers that go with it, which are these two. These are the Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Day Cream and Night Cream. I probably only get the night cream because I like that one the best. They work fine. The combination, especially of this moisturizer along with the serum, it works really well for my skin. My skin doesn't look super red, and it feels moisturized throughout the entire day. My issue currently with pretty much anything is that it wears off, and I don't know. I don't know, but they're really wonderful. They're sort of my backup plan. If I can't get anything that I'm currently using to work, I can fall back onto that, and hopefully my skin will like it in the end, but we will see what happens. I also finished my SPF, which is the Cosmica Sun Face Cream with SPF 30. This works really well for my skin. It has not the highest sun protection. I would have preferred a 50, being perfectly honest, because I'm very pale. And I don't tan, I burn. There's nothing in between for me really. And I just use high sun protection anytime I go out. And I like this. This is also one of those products where that I'm consider using in the mornings, but not having another moisturizer with it, because this is very moisturizing. It's like a really thick face cream, but its main purpose is to be an SPF with extra moisture. I have another bottle of this. I'm almost out of my micellar water, so I had to make an order for this, and I picked up another one of these because I can get them from the same place, which is an online pharmacy. I really like it, I really do. But my skin and SPF and my skin and skincare in general, it's not happy. I have a lot of redness. It's currently covered up with makeup. It's my main issue is redness and dryness, and anything else. The occasional spot that comes along and the marks that they leave behind. I don't really care about anything particularly, but most skincare products, whether they are cleansers or moisturizers specifically, as well as SPF, they make my redness worse, which is something that I don't want. And I have, to this day, I think I have like 5 moisturizers, 6 with this SPF. I don't think of this as a moisturizer though. That works for my skin, and I've tried so many. I've tried many and they just don't work. This is one that does work, and I'm tempted to try and finish the ones I currently am using, just to only use this and see how my skin likes that better. I also finished my deodorant and just pop it in here to remind myself to rebuy one. I did when I ran out. I like this one a lot though. It's the Sterilan Optimal Dry. And then I have makeup, and with my makeup I have a couple of products that I've decluttered. 3 of them I've decluttered because they were old. One of them is the No. 7 Lovely Lashes Mascara in black. And this is over a year old now. I don't really like using mascaras for much longer than a year. It's not great for my lashes because it doesn't hold a curl, but it does look lovely on my lashes, if that makes sense. Won't repurchase though because it doesn't hold a curl, which is like the one thing I want any mascara to do. My Makeup Mekka candy liner in Tutti Frutti. It's a really lovely blue, but this is not a liquid liner anymore. It's a cream. It's a very, very thick cream, and I can't get it to work. So it's too old for that now. And then the other item here is my Milani Shadow Eyes in Almond Cream. I've been using this as an eyeliner pretty much since I got it. It also does work and did work very well as an eyeshadow primer. But this is making my eyes itch, which is what tells me that this needs to go. So I'm getting rid of it. A couple of items I'm decluttering because I don't like them is the Kat Von D Metal Matte Mini Eyeshadow Palette. I put this in the Shop My Stash to give it a last chance. These mattes were horrendous when I first bought it. Shimmers were workable, and for some weird reason, this having been in my drawers for about a year now means that these mattes are more workable. I still don't like it, so I'm going to give that to my sister if she wants it. Otherwise it's going to go in the bin. I also am decluttering a brow pomade. This is the Makeup Mekka Perfect Brow Pomade in medium. It's just not my shade. It's too cool toned. And I thought I could make it work because this colour is very similar to my actual brow hairs, which are more grey. But I like my brows to match my hair, which you can't see, which is auburn. So this just doesn't do that for me. And as well, this Baby Lips from Maybelline in Chai Tea Latte. It's red and it just goes everywhere, and I don't like it, so I'm not going to get rid of it. I have one item here that I forgot to talk about as a declutter. This is the Jelly Shadow from Colourpop from the Disney Villains collection in I Own You, which is a really gorgeous peach, orangey, I have no idea how to describe this colour, pinky colour. It's really pretty, but this is dry. It's so dry that it's now, I could ground it up and consider this like a loose pigment, but it's not workable on the eyes. So I'm getting rid of it, which makes me sad because I've had these jelly shadows for about a year, and I have another one that's in the project pan that I will need to use up soon because that's also drying out. I don't get this product, so I'm getting rid of it. I think I might clean out and repurpose the tin to hold like rings and ear studs and stuff in, because I don't have a place for those at the moment. And I kind of like the, I keep taking it in and out of the box. I do like this Colourpop Disney Villains in the holographic foil on the outside. I finally finished my Maybelline Master Camo Colour Corrector in pink. This was a product that I thought I would finish in January. It took me until about mid-March, and I'm happy it's done. I don't like it, but it worked, so that's why I finished it. It's gone, and I have one colour corrector less, which makes me happy. I also finished my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Fair, and I took the stopper out, and I can technically still access products, but it's messy as anything. And I didn't actually get the stopper out, I pushed it into the bottle, because I'm not very good at that. But I'm calling it done because I don't want to fuss around with it. And I have another one, which I've opened, and I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to do that soon. It is my favourite concealer though, so I'm really glad I finished it, because it takes years. I think this has taken me about 2 years, maybe longer. I finished my powder foundation from Mekka in Marshmallow. This is Empty. I have learned though that repressing this makes it darker, and I don't like that because this is already too dark for me, and repressing it made it like 3 shades darker again. Not a fan of that, but I got it done, and I do enjoy that formulation a lot, and I have already started using my other one, which was my final one, so I'm gonna have to rebuy that in a couple of weeks. I also finished the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel in Clear. This still technically has product left in it, but it's starting to smell a bit strange, and it's also getting less product on it, so I have to dip in multiple times to do my eyebrows, which tells me this is done. So I'm really happy. It's one of my favourite brow gels. It holds my brows in place really well, but I have a couple that I'm working my way through now before I eventually go back to that one, because I do think this is going to be the one I'm going to repurchase, because it's relatively inexpensive where I live, and it's easy to get. My final item here is my Aunt Thomas Makeup Fixing Spray. This was in my project pan for well over about 2 years, I think. I started panning this back in 2018. I couldn't do it in 2019, and I finally did it in March. There is technically the tiniest bit left in here still, but I can't get any out of it, so I'm calling it done. I really liked this, and this grew on me a lot. It's a very dewy finish setting spray, it's not a matte one, and it doesn't necessarily prolong the wear of the makeup, but it's a bit more, I think of it more as like a finishing spray, so that it sort of melts all of the layers of the makeup together and makes it look skin-like and a little bit glowy, which I do like and I've gotten more into. So I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna be a bit sad to see it go, but I have a lot of other setting sprays to work my way through before I eventually go back to it. And it's a giant bottle. This is 200 mils of product, and I'm used to setting sprays being under 100, if I'm honest, or around that mark. But it's giant, and it takes a long time to get through, so I'm really pleased and proud of myself for doing that. But that was all of my empties for March. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are staying safe, and I will see you again soon. Bye!